Okay, time to review day 8. But first, uh, this morning, after I woke up and while lying in bed, I randomly thought of one of these pairs that I hadn't figured out yet and was able to figure it out. Didn't even take me that long to realize. This one's got to be Road and Rod. Oh, flip it. Which makes this a crack. All right, let's jump back over to this, and it was 124. Would have been nice to at least go put something in the coat check. Ordinary villa. 4 new rooms. All right. What time is it? All right, let's try to do one more. Day 8. Go open up this. Okay, we actually lose 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6 steps to do this. Trading post, root cellar. Curious about the trading post. Let's answer that question today. Make sure I've added this in case I want notes. Trading post. Items for trade. An outpost established on the outskirts of Mount Holly in the era before the New Realms. This station allowed the frontiersmen and trappers of these mountains to trade goods and services with the estate, the locals, and one another. Dirt pile. Dynamite, a little too dangerous to pick up. I should make a note of the dynamite just in case something comes along that might change the situation with it. Let me go down to my notes for the trading post. We've got a dynamite that can't be picked up. I wouldn't be surprised if there is something later I could do with it, just because it is a thing that can be interacted with. But we'll see. I like how they have that there, though. Maybe there is some way I can get this, though. Ooh, what is this? Looks like a Simon Says thing. Or maybe it's kind of a Rubik's Cube inspired puzzle. Oh, it's one of these. Oh, it's one of these things, I think. Or what am I thinking of? I think I was thinking of those sliding puzzles where there are numbers on them and or numbers or a picture and you slide it around to put things in a particular order. Yeah, obviously not that, but almost related, kind of.
Okay, no, this is
Things moving in
entirely
a grid.
different. It's similar to a couple different things, but what are the rules here? So this kind of shifts yellow ones around. And what am I even
Wow.
trying to
Okay,
do?
I was actually kind of close to almost accidentally doing it if I had the 2 on the right set up there. But I probably wouldn't have realized that that was the end condition.
Okay,
Because I have to
so
click
does
the
the yellow one
corners.
have to... Okay, I think I have to get yellow in every corner. Probably pink in the middle. Okay, so clicking these gray ones does nothing. Clicking this purple one moves the yellow one in a loop around it. Clockwise loop. Clicking a yellow one moved it for some reason, but doesn't move it back. Can yellow ones only go up? Okay, I think yellow ones I can move up. And they displace whatever's above them. In fact, clicking this could displace this yellow one. Like these yellow ones are basically swapping when I do this, which is, of course, nothing. So yellow ones go up, pink one rotates. Got it. Now, how do I do what needs to be done? So clicking that resets. Now those are, no, okay, now that one's good. You can rotate there, click there. How do I just date? How do I move the pink? I guess maybe it's okay having the pink one here because I don't think I can move the pink one left or right. If I do this, it's just going to rotate them around like that. Oh. No way, allowance.
Okay, yeah, raised by 2.
Cool.
Makes sense.
Solved it half on accident. I was doing the right thing. I didn't fully anticipate the consequences until right after it happened. I have no items to trade. Okay, well. I guess if I have, I'm guessing if I get special items, I can bring them here to trade them in for other special items, maybe? Okay. I got a trading post this round. Keep that in mind, and also that I'm not free of red room consequences. Okay, well, my strategy last time worked kind of well until I started getting locked out.
Okay, now I can start keeping an eye out for pictures.
Billiard room has keys.
I could try and get
I
better
really
pictures of stuff,
I
but
just gotta take keys and gems a lot. I gotta, yeah, gotta get, yeah, it's hard. I need everything. I need everything.
at least gonna check that the pictures are correct in all these. Make sure I didn't make any mistakes.
I'm
And I saw
traumatized
that
by
one was the
keys. I'm gonna
tree and
need
the
to get
pin,
keys. I mean, I've had runs where I had more keys than I knew what to do with
which is
as
correct.
well. All right, 14. Let's not mess up math this time. 14 minus 7 is 7. 7 times 2. I may have like picked the wrong number when I for like never mind, whatever. 7 times 2 back to 14. $11 minus 1 is 10 times 2 is 20 divided by 4 is 5. 19 minus 11 is 8 times 3 is 24 divided by 12 is 2. There we go. Only one, but a silver key.
Yeah, my existing photos are good enough for that one, so I'll leave that alone.
I guess I'll take the hallway.
I'm wondering, okay, if I'm good enough to get the letters out of it, maybe that's good enough. I'm also wondering ahead of time, like, am I gonna need these photos for anything else? Like, are they going to be used in a different way? to where I would want a clearer picture for some of these. I'd like to maybe just be prepared for that, but so I'll keep that in mind and compare the photos that I have. Okay, so then we're going above the billiard room. So this should be the bath and the bat. Oh, we're not going in
Back
yet.
here, user. I would like to use the silver key here, but silver key is not going to come into play for a while.
This one I don't have the pictures for.
Okay. Spare room keeps my options up to 3.
And I choose the spare room,
Whereas
so I
parlor
still don't have the
limits it back
pictures
down
for
to
it.
2. So we're gonna try to keep it at 3. I'm gonna try and stick to that rule more,
Okay.
even at the cost of other things,
That's funny.
just to see what the effect of that is. Wow, we got security here already. Don't have a gem, of course. I could grab an item and go back to the trading post. And I might get a key here. But I'm going to stick to my rule here. Figure out what the results of this will be. Anything else? Okay, nope.
Didn't get a good look at the photos there. Should have been pray and pray, though.
So I should be taking.
Now we're going
10.
up. I don't have the
Gem
photos
as
for this
well.
one. This is the stars. Yeah, okay.
Okay, that's locked.
Stars and star and stare. I do remember this one. Looking around too fast. I
Fortunate.
might just wait till the end when I come back through all of them.
Easily forget that I'll need to come back to it. Okay, we can grab a key here, and then we also get to fill out the bottom left corner.
Is this the blueprint one? Yeah.
I think I'll take the storeroom. My favorite room. Apparently. It is hard to pass that one up. Alright. Resources acquired. Let's spend one of them here. Maybe it'll have more keys. Oh, rerolls. Okay, let's try not to forget about the rerolls. I tend to forget when I have rerolls. 2 gems for passageway.
Okay, the next
Don't
one's
know if that's
the
worth
tier
it.
tie room.
But I only have 2 other expansion options, and I want more connections. I don't like using my gems on it, but I could reroll. Could have rerolled. Ooh. Okay.
I choose the terrace here.
I want the terrace.
I already have the
actually.
picture
Yeah,
for
this is a
that
new
one, Crow and Row.
Should just pick it because it's new. Then green rooms are free for gems. Right. Another new room here. Let's see. This is.
Guessing this one doesn't have photos in it.
Where's my green rooms? Here they are. Terrace. A terrace balcony overlooking the grounds, providing an ideal spot for appreciating all the verdure and greenery the estate offers. I'm curious what it'll look like out here. I wonder if there is a particular
It's pronounced verdure, right? That's what it looks like. I was not familiar with that word.
location you could put the terrace and have a good view. And what happens when you put it in the middle of the place? Yeah, look, no garage. I want to go now, put a garage, and then come out here and see. Don't see anything else.
Okay, this next one I do not have.
Well, we still got 3
Yep.
options here. Ooh, I do want the dark room. I don't have the magnifying glass, but I want the laboratory as well. I want everything. I'm gonna take the dark room. Don't die on me, light. Okay. Maybe it'll happen when I step in. Yeah, it happened when I stepped in. Alright, well, let's draft mystery door over here. Okay, that's not terrible. I'll take the guest bedroom. No way. Okay, key card. Interesting. So I found this in the dark room before. I found this now in the guest bedroom. Okay, I think it's like the car keys. And I think that these are also, I think what it is, every or at least most rooms have specific locations where resource items and these special items can maybe appear.
I don't look at the photos, do I? That's car and card. We'll wait on it.
Now, is that key card reusable? I've never used the key card before. I don't know exactly how it works. Okay, no choices there. And this is not free to step in. So I'm not going to step in yet. I have a lot of money. It doesn't really matter. I should go explore down here. You can open this one or the spare room. Let's do this one. Closet, parlor. That'll give me some gems. I do need gems. Bedroom for free steps. Basically a shortcut is what this turns into, but it would be a shortcut to the chapel. That's not great. Parlor goes where I want to go. Items are good. I'll grab the gems. And a chance at a magnifying glass. I should write that down too. I don't think I did. Item locations. I don't think. Yeah, I didn't write down where I found the magnifying glass. I feel like this is kind of a special location where it just kind of has a specific chance of appearing here. This is the parlor, right? Yeah, it says it right there in the bottom right. No car keys. So, like, there might be a chance of the key card appearing here as well, is kind of what I'm trying to get at. I don't know if that kind of item slot is shared between resource items and these unique items, or if maybe this is like a unique item slot. We'll have to see with more data. This box and the white box are both empty. This box and the blue box are both empty. So these 2 boxes agree. The other 2 statements have identical wording. That is false. Which would have to mean that both of these are true. from here, loop around to the hallway. I do only now have 2 expansion options. But I've got tools to help.
Wait, so there's the bat and bath in the hallway. I put the hallway here the last on day 7 as well, didn't I? That's funny. Looks like, what direction am I going here?
Rerolls and gems.
Straight across. Okay, I need the photos for that one too.
Actually, this is a great option here. Take it. Fill out this corner. Ooh, locksmith. Keys for sale. I actually like this a lot. New room. Keys. I've got a lot of money. That's a lot of keys in there. This is a shop. Where is my shops? Here it is. The locksmith. Considering the amount of floor plans and different doors that could appear on any given day, it was only a matter of time before a full-time locksmith service became an essential requisite to the state. One key, 3 keys, special key, lockpick kit. We are 1 gold short from getting both 3 keys and a lockpick kit. This is a tough choice. I'm leaning toward the lockpick kit. It doesn't guarantee you unlock every door, but it gives you, I feel like on average, access to more doors. Maybe. I don't know what the chances are of it working. So it might not actually work out that way, but
Yeah, I don't know if it was worth the 3 sure things versus
let's try relock door.
unknown
I can always
number
come
of.
back and grab more keys if I need to. Maybe I just buy 1 key right now. It'd be better to grab 1 more gold and come back and grab 3 keys. And maybe I want this gold for some.
Almost didn't stop it in time. All right, so we have this one. This is the bottom right corner. I'm going to go ahead and grab this since it's a nice pair of images here. I'm going to guess. I think I recall my guess previously was stag and tag. If I even did guess, I don't remember, but that's what it looks like to me. That's right. I think I guessed it like it was right at the end of the day. My last step was to step into this room. Oh, and this does fit with my guess of this being an S here for safes. So is this a note telling us something about all of the safes there are? I think I've encountered 2, and I know about a third. I think I read there's a safe in the office. The current safes that I know about, the boudoir safe. Oh, no, then there's a, yeah, and then the study safe. And then I believe there's an office safe. I saw that mentioned. I think I saw that mentioned in the conference room. There's also the orchard padlock, but that's not a safe. This is probably going to be a K. This could be the. What would go here then? Crack the safes. Oh, oops. Put it on the wrong layer.
Something else.
Okay. No, I didn't look at them there.
Well, look at that. Security is just kind of the better option for every reason. Every conceivable reason, this is a better choice, I think. I mean, security doesn't give that many benefits right now. It was kind of a big deal at first. What else does it get me? I can change the keycard door chances. So that's good, actually. Definitely worth a gem. And, well, yeah, like, why would I pick the corridor? This is better than a corridor in terms of accessibility, anyway. Keycard system. Let's go ahead, change this to low. Change offline mode to unlocked. Anything else? I think that's all that I care about. All right. I wonder if these monitors are ever useful for anything. Let's try this one first. The library. It's actually a decent one, I'd say. Well, the kitchen would be a dead end, and I can't choose it anyway. So let's grab the library. We still have our 3 grid options.
Lock and lock checks out with what I already have.
Is the apple not guaranteed?
Oh yeah, we got the book
Wasn't there
here.
an apple here last time? It seems like a good place for there to always be an apple. Where's the library? Let me make note down that this is actually an optional. I think like every other fruit I found has been consistent. Okay, no. I forgot to note down the pantry. Has an option for either an apple or an orange, right? A low chance for the orange. Makes sense, given that it's better. Right. Oh, this thing. I totally forgot about this.
I want to save images of all these pages so I can reference them later if I need it. Anything else I didn't notice here about? I think so. We just have the November 14th date. And I think the sensible thing is that is day 8. I still think that's the safe assumption. If I try this for the time lock safe and I'm incorrect, then I think the next thing to try would be to say day 7 was the 14th. But having day 8 be the 14th makes the most sense. So that's what I'm going to go with for now.
Hey, oh, we get a date. That's huge, actually. Okay. This is okay, I need to note down. What am I writing down? Day 8 is November 14, 93. Okay, I thought yesterday was the 10th. So interesting. That package was on November 5th, which was 9 days ago. So it was actually ordered like the day before I arrived. Hmm. There's Kimberly Thompson again. Suppose I should write down where's my section on Kimberly. See, I also borrowed Drafting Strategy, Volume 3, on September 5th. Is Kimberly he or she? I think that name can work either way, can't it? So I don't know. We'll go they for now. So they ordered on September 5th, which was a couple months ago. I wonder if they were involved in setting this up. Okay. Features page, the potential within by the editor, gems, strategy tips, planning your house, top drafting combos, 5 combos you won't want to miss, making a connection, state connectivity tips and tricks, suggest, word from the editor by the editor. That wow, okay, this is going to be a lot of reading. Strap in. The potential within. We all start as an empty floor plan. To the ambitious young architect, a fresh blueprint represents a world of boundless possibilities. When you are staring at a blank canvas, you have unlimited potential and ideas to explore. But with an abundance of options at your disposal, the architect can also become overwhelmed by the countless choices and decisions that need to be made. Should I draft a hallway or a closet? How many bedrooms do I need in my house? Is a passageway really worth 2 gems? All these questions can compound, adding layers of complexity and stress to the design process. That's why it's even more important to develop simple and effective strategies that you can employ while drafting your house to ensure a successful project outcome. In this volume of Architectural Digest, we aim to provide architects with some of those strategies and even assist them in developing their own. Gems, gems, gems. Every architect needs them. Although many architects employ different strategies when developing their house designs, most of them agree on one guiding principle: have gems while drafting. One of the most common ways architects draft themselves into a corner is by not having the resources they need to open a new door when opening a new door. If you lack the gems to consider all 3 presented options, you may be forced to draft a room you do not want. To avoid this predicament, focus on drafting rooms that grant you gems and prioritize acquiring gems as early in the day as you can. This approach is a surefire way to set yourself up for success. Gem strats. Make sure you check for gems in the room you're in before clicking on the door. I do this way too much. That makes sense. I guess if it's like you want to make sure you have all the gems you can before drafting. Alice F. These are new names.
Yeah, I'm noting down all the
if
names
you see
right now,
gems for sale in any of the shops, buy them out.
just in case they ever show up again.
Don't pass up wine cellar.
I suspect these will all be one-offs, though.
Okay. Even if you're not thirsty, there's no such thing as too many gems. I may have a bit of a problem. From Greg. Think about saving some gems for emergencies. I try to only spend them if I really need a room. From Jen H. I will never draft passageway on the first 5 ranks. It's a simple strat that has served me well. Kyle B.
That's a curious one, but maybe I'll keep that in mind.
Behind that, okay.
Might be a bit extreme, but
Planning your house, estate layout, and drafting. When you begin drafting a house, it's important to start each day with a solid foundation. Draft early ranks first. A very common mistake beginners make is drafting in a straight line north and ignoring the many unopened doors they have left behind at the entrance hall and rooms of the early ranks. I have not had this problem, I feel like. Especially now. My current strategy is not suffering as much from that, I think. I've always liked expanding the lower ranks. Uh, when these architects reach the higher ranks, they quickly discover they do not have enough keys or gems to continue. Even with my expansion, I still find that to be the case. Their day usually ends by returning to the lower ranks to draft from the doors they skipped, only to find rooms and items that would have made all the difference if they had only been found earlier in the day. As the layout to the right demonstrates, even a path of rooms that snakes through the house and does not go in a straight line can also be structurally weak if you are leaving lots of unopened doors on the ranks behind you. By starting each day on a strong foundation of rooms on the early ranks, you will have a much better chance of finding success when you eventually start heading further into the house. I guess my strategy is kind of a balance right now. My strategy is focused around leaving options, leaving many options available, which does sometimes involve going a bit further down one path just to avoid wasting steps backtracking. But I still open the rooms and then come back to them later before stepping into the room, right? So that's if you wanted to actually explore, every room in kind of a breath first kind of way, you end up doing a lot of backtracking and step wasting. So I think there's a balance there. Top drafting combos. Five combos you won't want to miss. Another aspect to consider when planning your house is the order in which you draft rooms. For instance, if you draft Cloister before Terrace, you will be down 3 gems. But if you draft them in the reverse order, Cloister would be free. Identifying a synergistic pair of floor plans is an essential first step, but determining the optimal order for drafting those rooms will provide you with an additional advantage, significantly improving your chances of success. Well, that's an obvious combo, though. What about these other ones? The foyer, that's a new one to me. Hallway doors are always unlocked. Holy crap, that's huge. Okay. A foyer drafted before Great Hall would mean that all of its many doors would be unlocked. Yeah, that's massive. Yeah, the nursery. I've been putting that one off for so long. I really want it because it's good with the bedrooms. And as it mentions here, yeah, the bunk bed counts twice. Makes sense. Perfect combo. Next one. You won't have to backtrack constantly to collect your gold spread from office if you find a conference room. Right. Makes sense. I've not played around with either of these at all, really. But that makes sense. Attic and workshop. Also two one that I've never drawn yet. The more items you have, the greater your chances of being able to create a contraption in workshop. Man, was it my last run or 2 runs ago? I'm already forgetting. I think it was my last run, right? I had so many items. That would have been cool. Attic has 8 items. Holy crap. Man, there's some crazy rooms. Yeah. They must be rare with how crazy they are, though. Making a connection. Estate connectivity. Two pair combos aren't the only form of room synergy. You will find some floor plans only work by drafting other specific rooms. These rooms aren't powerful on their own, but can become very useful when their connectivity is eventually discovered. The utility closet is a perfect example of this. It doesn't do anything by itself, but it can literally power up or down other rooms you have drafted in your house. Yes. Garage powers garage door and grants west path access. Dark room turns lights back on after blowing a fuse. Gymnasium turns lights off to prevent step loss. Is that what that does? Interesting. That's good to know. Other examples of connectivity. Her ladyship's chamber. The next time you enter uh, boudoir, gain 10. Wow. The next time you enter walk-in closet, gain 3 gems. Holy smokes. One of the more simple examples. Her ladyship's chamber has synergy with Lady Epson's other 2 rooms. Is this... I think I had deduced that her ladyship was Lady Epson, but I think this is the first time that it's been very explicitly spelled out. Okay. Boiler room connects ducts from room to run steam power to specific destinations in the house. Laboratory, garage. What is the garage for? Is it an alternative to the utility closet? The laundry room, furnace. What does it do with the furnace? And pump room all have uses for steam power. Wow. Okay. Speaking of pump room, this room controls the water level throughout rooms in the estate and can interact directly with the pool, aquarium, greenhouse, kitchen, and several other features located outside of the main house. Wow. Okay, man, there's...
I think I want to note down some of these combos. So I don't, just to make it more easily accessible for me, actually. Specifically, which things are affected by the power in the pump. I have the boiler room in my notes already. Let me note down what rooms are affected. And this might not be a complete list, but I want to make sure that I test it with all of these. Furnace and pump room. I don't know what number the pump room is. Okay, put that in a temporary spot. Pump room, let's see. Maybe. Yeah, okay. The pool, aquarium, greenhouse, and kitchen. Curious how all of these are affected.
There's so much stuff going on here. Tips and tricks. In the kitchen, you can check which course is being served in the dining room that day. Oh, it differs. Okay. That makes sense. This will allow you the opportunity to draft specific rooms that will make the meal even more delicious. Besides counting, yeah, I guess I think the meal does, it gets bonuses depending on some other thing. I don't remember what the first one I had, what the bonuses were. Anyway, besides counting as 2 bedrooms, bunk bed also counts as 2 rooms. Whoa, this will increase the amount of steps gained by master bedroom, the amount of gold spread by the tomb, and the amount of keys found in a servant's quarters. Each time you solve a puzzle in the billiard room or parlor, the difficulty will increase slightly the next time you draft the room. Okay, that has been very apparent with the billiard room. Divide wasn't even an option until like a few solves in. Just because you didn't find any items in a room when you first explored it doesn't mean that will be the case the next time you draft it. Yes. The day after drafting freezer, it enters an automated cooldown freezing cycle, during which it cannot be drafted for the next 24 hours. Not real hours. In-game hours are pretty short. Does this only come into play if you have like the mirrored room where you can draft the room multiple times? Or, okay, does the 24 hour, is it actually literally like 24 in-game hours, as in if you drafted it 5 p.m. one day, you won't be able to draft it until 5 p.m. the next day? probably is what that is. If you are stuck or don't know what to do in a specific room, sometimes it is smart to move on. There are multiple ways to solve many of the challenges you will come across, and there is a very good chance you will find a piece of information down the road which may help. When in doubt, draft rooms you have never seen before. Yes, that is one of my primary priorities. Even if you do not think the rooms seem very useful, they may still hold clues and information that may help you on your journey. Indeed. Word from the editor. Although with this volume we have provided our readers with many potential strategies and tricks to try, we here at Architectural Digest hope that aspiring architects know that there truly is no set blueprint for success. Forging your own path and coming up with your own unique strategies will, in our humble opinion, always provide the best results. Each architect has his own favorite room. Each builder has his own favorite tool, and thus each player in turn will develop their own style of play and discover their own secrets and tricks that they can share with the world or keep to themselves. Whatever strategy you employ, we wish you the best of luck drafting and hope you build the house of your dreams. Whew.
Sorry, I was just I was just scrolling through my images real quick,
Right.
and I happened to see on the heating and cooling curves, it mentions the freezer. So there must be some stuff to do in that freezer room that that chart will somehow help with. And also while going through through these, I saw the stained glass angels from the chapel. I wonder if that could be used as a safe combo. If somewhere there's going to be something that tells you what order they're in. And that will be how we discover one of the safe combos. Maybe. I'll keep an eye out for something like that.
Now we have to wait till the next time we draft this room before we can order another book. Just double check there's nothing else going on up here. That's just records. Anything on the shelves? What are the odds they have like a secret book that you can pull on? Scrapbook. All right. I'm not going to look through that again for now. Okay. Now kind of remember where I'm at. Wait, hold on. Allowance is at 3? Did it go up 2 when I solved that puzzle? I'll have to check when I watch back. I don't remember getting 2 increases to my allowance. All right, let's head up from the library, I guess. Gems. Great Hall.
Oh, it's
Study.
study
While
time.
drafting, you may spend gems to redraw floor plans up to 8 times. Holy smokes. All right, we should take the study just because it's a new room. It does break my rule slightly, but so would the Great Hall. Oh, I have a lockpick, which can help in the Great Hall. Shoot, I think I should prioritize the study just because it's new. Yeah. It's not a very good gem run. I do need to be better about that, as suggested in the book. It offered some decent hints, I suppose, at ways to think about how to handle it. I'm sure we'll get the Great Hall offered up again later, so I'm going to grab the study. Breaks my rule slightly, but I think new interesting rooms takes higher priority. This is 26. After the passing of the Baroness Arave, her private study was claimed by her eldest son.
I need to note down her name. I have not done that yet. Mother of Herbert. Okay.
Herbert Sinclair. For years, he immersed himself in the countless notebooks she left behind, drawing inspiration from her discarded ideas. From mechanical puzzles to architectural blueprints, each endeavor he pursued in this room was realized in the shade of her creative legacy. Okay, we got a second safe. Where did I... Okay. Oops, I actually didn't mean to click on it, but I don't really have... there's not really much I have to try. There's like really only one number that's stood out, and I really doubt it would be used as a combination for anything worth a try since I have it, but yeah, it's unlikely to do anything. Okay, there's probably some interesting stuff going on in this room, including gems. I like that. A couple of notes here. Hold on. Writing down that I got a gem in this room.
Save this and take another look at this now that I have some more context. Okay, this has, some of these words might help me on some images that I struggle with. Let's see here. Craft, raft, draft. Why are they all crossed out? I wonder. Maybe this was him trying to figure out which ones to use. Draft, draft and raft. Smile, mile, vile, viral. I don't think I've seen any that would use these. Coat and cat, cold and old, dirty and steady. Or maybe these are ones that he'd used. Beard and bard. Okay.
Too bad I don't have the magnifying glass. It might be useful here. Let's see. Craft, raft, draft.
No, I don't think the magnifying
Smile,
glass is
mile, vile,
going to give you anything new on this one.
viral. Coat, cat, cold, old, sturdy, study. Face, acer, circled, beard, bard. What are these word games going on? Feels like it might be a clue for something. I don't know if it's possible with so little time left, but I need to remember to ask Anne if we can commission new artwork for all the rooms of the house. We need them produced in sets of 2, a pair for each room. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm likely delusional to think this can be pulled off by Thursday.
What if there are some that never got finished?
I'm not entirely sure I understand what he's trying to get at here. Artwork is different in all rooms every day. Most rooms do have, I think, like at least 2 images. Some rooms have even more. The drawing room has many very specific set of images. Okay. This is now making me wonder if the images in rooms are actually meaningful in some way.
I'm gonna go ahead and I think copy these ones because my
Oh
existing
dear.
images. Why did I not pause? Some of my existing images I have specifically for this one are not particularly good. So I'm just gonna quickly get new ones of these. Okay, and following the rules from what I think's going on, this should be the longer one. What what is the word here? Well, let's see. The thing on the right is a tree. We've used it previously for pine. It would go well with like spine, but that's not. That doesn't. Oh, there is a room that has a spine. I forgot about that. I don't remember what it was paired with. Maybe it was. Maybe it was the tree. I hope so. That'll make that one easy when I come to it again. Let's see. The one on the right. Is there any word where I can remove a letter and get to something on the right? We've got fire fur. Did I ever even like suggest fire? I think I suggest flame, but I don't think I tried fire. Uh, that's got to be it, right? Jeez. Nice. Making progress on some of these that I get stuck on. That's good.
I there's going to be some code related to these images. Like each image is going to be probably mapped to something. A number.
I was a little off here. Actually,
Letter.
I could still be on something. There could be like another layer to the code.
Each pair of images, right, could maybe
Since I suspect
indicate
their order
something, like
matters.
how you get combination of things with two number digits.
If it was just a matter of the extra letter, then their order wouldn't matter. But
Okay.
I think their order matters. And I needed to see the blackboard because I think there's
Okay.
a clue
Well,
there too.
I'm actually now gonna have to like keep track of every image. Just to know what all the possible images are. I don't even know where to begin keeping track of that. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go back over all of my. I just had a thought. The grid takes two coordinates. It could be like one coordinate, another coordinate sort of deal. Not sure I recognize if those are real rooms. We would have to count what the unique set of images are to see if it matches up. Maybe there's 16 images.
Okay, that's actually. I mean, I should do that. I just gonna have to wait until I have all the images, I think, and then I can go through the full set of images. Maybe look for patterns in how they're laid out. Maybe there's some that are always on the left or always on the right, or which ones are repeated, or Yeah, okay. Well, we'll come to that later.
Chess is a very reoccurring theme here. I've not been good about keeping track of new chess pieces. I may have been missing some. Though still not sure the chess pieces actually mean anything. Uh, that is the queen, right? The same one here. Something interesting on the chalkboard as well. So let's see. The study has it's a black queen. Should double check the library as well. I didn't notice a chess piece there. There might be.
I don't think there's actually anything on this anymore that I'm missing. Let me see here. It says unused pairings. Love, love, sting, sing, crowd, crow, groan, gown, snack, and sack. Okay, yeah, so as I suspected, the longer word is always on the left here as well. Face and ace. Yeah, I think that has been a consistent pattern everywhere, except for that small hand note where it looked like he was testing combinations. The violin viral, for example, is like the only example I can think of where the longer word is not on the left. But I don't think that matters. Um, we'll see if the order actually does matter for something later.
Let's look at this. Oh, face and ace. 44 letters in the message. Huh. Unusual pairings. Glove.
Unusual?
Love,
No, it's
sting, sing,
unused.
crowd,
Misread it.
crown,
Okay.
ground, gown, snack, sack. Usual pairings. Oh, wait. Okay, the pairings make me think of the paintings, or the paintings, I guess. Um, these could be pairings of the images. Face and ace. There were cards in the first room. Ace of spades and the queen of diamonds, I think. That's the face and the ace. Glove and love. What do we have here? A hand in a tree. It's going to be something that rhymes, is what I'm thinking. Oh, it is possible. Okay. The images change in all the rooms, is what I was seeing, except for the entrance hall. So I think these images are actually tied to the grid. So I actually have to keep track of what images I see in each grid square. That actually makes things a little simpler. So any room that I put at this grid square will have these two images. Wow, okay. I did not actually think the paintings were going to be something, especially with how they appeared to be random. But now I'm like 99.9% certain there's something here. 100% certain. There's definitely something here. What sort of message? And how does this map to letters in the message? Okay, this is gonna be insane. I'm gonna be busy in between recordings, mapping out what I have. My goodness. Um, I've been
Yeah,
really good somehow about keeping this all filled in, so I could figure out what all of these combinations are. Gosh,
it took me a second to realize the
this game's
lettering.
getting crazier and
Forgot.
crazier, very slowly but surely. Okay, so okay. What I think it is, so the words rhyme. They're all off. They differ. The two words differ by like one letter. And I think that different letter is the letter for the grid. We got face and ace. F is the letter there. Glove and love would be G. Sting and sing would probably be T, since that's the odd word out or odd letter out. This could also be flame. Hmm. Word games are not my strong suit, so this could potentially be tricky sometimes. Tree is like the only thing I think of here. What else could there be? Trunk, roots, leaves, but this doesn't look like leaves, right? This looks like needles. This could be flame or match or fire
Oh, I
or
did say
hand
fire.
or fingers. Okay, I'll think about that some more later, but it's got to be something that rhymes. Probably. I think everything is well, crowd and crow. Okay. It's not that it rhymes. It's just that it's two words that are different by a single letter. And it just happens to often be words that rhyme. Okay, nothing's coming to mind. I have to think about that one for a while. Anyway, this is big. I will get started on trying to figure that out in between sessions, I think. It's going to take a while to do here. Walk and lock is easy. Right here. Okay.
Okay. Do I want to take new pictures of
Yep.
these? My existing photo is not great, at least especially for the one on the left that I still actually have no idea what it's depicting. Get rid of those. Grab some new ones. Yeah, what is this thing? It looks kind of like a mountain, but these gaps are weird. I suppose it could be like a snow-covered mountain and just blending in with the background, but I mean, what else could this be? Especially if I think this square is a K. That would mean there has to be a K in this. Oh, crap. What did I do? Accidentally hit some wrong hotkey. Let me reopen that. Nope, not that.
With your own unique.
Quickly get to where I was. Oh, it's too far. Oh, right there.
This is.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I had the wrong window selected when I hit a button. Oh my gosh! I just figured it out. I was thinking of P, and then the letter K. It's peak. Yeah. With word games, I really just kind of have to let the answer come to me sometimes. If I think too hard about it, it just doesn't work. Thank goodness. Okay. These ones that were hard are slowly coming together. Oh, there's still that a stag and stage, right? Oh my gosh, I'm on a roll. I think the last time I was trying to think of this, the word stage just it was like the word I was trying to think of. My brain was not getting to it for some reason. That's why we come back to it later with a fresh mind. Wow. Okay, I need better images of those. I literally can't tell what's in that picture. It looks like it could be like a plant or something. Okay. And right, I didn't see what the other images was there. Okay. Wow. Okay, that's good. That's great.
Here we've got. I don't even know what this is actually. That's gonna be a problem sometimes. What is this? A mountain? A hill? Peas? Or pod? Maybe here. Hmm.
Yeah, expecting it to be a K really helped.
Likely to be a short word. Yeah, some of these are gonna be hard for me.
Which room is this? This is the should be a sand and
corridor is
room.
really the only sensible option.
Yeah, I remember looking at this.
Desert or dune? Ampersand? It has the word sand in it.
I don't know how I didn't get it here.
There's no way it's sand and ampersand, right? I mean, it could be, I suppose. But that would be that's more than a single letter is the problem. Maybe there's some other word for this that. Okay, we'll have to think about that one too. I do have. Okay, I've got redraw options as well. Shaking is satisfying. Okay, we can do a closet. We can do a bedroom. We can do the office. Bummer. Ah. This is why you have gems. I need to be better about this, like it said. I don't know how I could have been much better. I guess I could have made choices that maybe offered more gems. I've been doing crazy well filling out this grid. Without explicitly trying to do that specifically. I've just been trying to keep as many options open, and I think it just kind of naturally causes that to happen. I can also redraw. Don't forget that. I think I actually want to take the bedroom, though. There is an option for a gem here. Food, I will take. Okay, bedroom can contain an apple. Write that down. Where is... Oh, the bedroom is under the bedroom section. I think writing down what each room can contain is probably way overkill. I mean, I guess just knowing the possibilities is good. But I think the fact that this can have an apple or gem, well, they're in different spots. Like, is this just a potential gem spot, or can something else sometimes be here? And is this a potential fruit spot? It could maybe be a different type of fruit with a small chance.
No, I don't think this is worth saving. I'm curious if you get some extra details in the necklace, if the magnifying glass, though. No, okay, no. I was distracted by the lamp looking like a pawn
What are the
piece.
pictures here?
That's one of them. Should be right here. I believe it's the one on the right.
Some sort of ticket or necklace with a 10.
Right, I do remember this 10 and tent. Okay.
10 and tent. That seems to make sense to me. And that's this grid spot, so I can check that in the recording. But yeah, I wanted to look at these with a magnifying glass. I don't think there's anything here, though, even in this one. Though maybe get some extra detail in some part of this with a magnifying glass.
Beating myself.
Anything else here? I don't think so.
All right, we're taking a left turn here, right? The next one should be chart and cart. I already have good images for those.
I'd rather take the commissary. I could also reroll. Do I really want to spend my last gem on the commissary? I might be able to buy more gems here, actually. That is, I think, a possibility. Do I reroll? Spend my one gem to hopefully buy more gems. Still got 30 steps, so I'm doing okay that in that regard. No secret key. Here we've got a chart, maybe. Chart and cart. Yeah, probably. With
Already got that one.
without, is that a hint? Chart. Chart and cart are only differ by the H, right? I wonder if this is consistent. Is this the one that has the letter? This is the one that doesn't have the letter. Might be. Maybe that's what the with and without mean.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how initially I thought the with and without were complete nonsense, but now it actually kind of makes sense to me. Like it actually does seem to be a clue, or at least it has some sort of meaning or purpose behind it. I guess to clue you in on the order, I think.
No gems. How sad. Got a magnifying glass though. It's only 4. I'm unlikely to use it very much. Let's not buy it. Not worth it, I think. Okay, getting back to the chapel is going to be annoying. I only have 2 grid spots for expanding, and the other one is a bit of a backtrack. Oh my goodness. Okay, it would be better to try and connect to the chapel. Ooh, my special key. Special key or luck pick. I think this is not a bad spot to use the special key, actually. Well, let's do it. I don't have any gems, though, so I might not have any good choices. Whoa, what is this one? Can rotate? What does that mean? Like, do the doors rotate? That's crazy. Okay, I guess we'll take the archives. I want my steps.
Archives is maybe not a good choice. Now that I have a better understanding of how it works, I thought it was like the dark room.
I have the key card, don't I?
This is the stag and stage, which we're now good for.
Okay, there's one of the paintings. The other one was over here. Is that a stag or an elk? Stage.
I even said stage. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
What else would this be?
Word games, man. My brain does not do as well with word games as they do with.
It's all gonna be the same sort of stuff. I don't think there's anything else. Is there anything that looks like the magnifying glass would be useful for? Get a better look at the picture, I suppose. Doesn't look like there'd be much detail. I'm gonna get a better look at their faces.
Does the music trigger here because of this little book for
Okay,
the
so
extra story?
That's a spot that can contain
to
a
set
key
the mood.
or an apple. Okay. Yeah, I think the way this works. They're just spots that contain some subset of possible items. All right, which way do I want to go? I'll try the key card, see how that works. Whoa. All right, what are we doing here? We can do courtyard, a furnace, or an unknown. What are these? The rarity, maybe.
I need to somehow confirm that.
Maybe.
I have not been recording the rarity of the room, so I can't check right now.
I don't remember. It might have been 4. I like the courtyard here, I think. I don't want the dead end or more bedrooms. I don't really care. And I think I don't want to gamble on the unknown. This way I can connect back to the chapel. I've got a lot of grid expansion options still. Keycard remains. Okay. Open the other doors while I'm here. Try a lockpick. Nope. Okay. Is it worth the key? Is it worth the key? I don't know. Lockpick works. Ooh. I guess I'll take the closet. This is the same spot I had the closet at the end of that one run at the archives.
I already have the images
yeah,
for that
rerolls.
one.
Don't forget about the rerolls. I keep forgetting about the rerolls. I got fan and a pudding or spoon.
Fan and flan.
Jello, fudge. Yeah, see, some of these are gonna be tricky for me.
I don't think I've ever had flan.
Actually. I'll figure it out eventually, somehow. All right. Let's just go ahead and do the key. Yes, I want the office. 3 rerolls. Let's go ahead and do it. That kind of sucks. Take the unknown. So I don't really care what goes here. Utility closet's not bad, actually. Actually, not bad. Okay. Turn off keycard entry system. Turn off the gymnasium. Turn on the dark room. Turn on the garage. Don't know what the vac indicators are for yet. So now I can go back to the dark room, hopefully through the courtyard and chapel. Hope I can connect that. I have some rerolls. Then we can go back to the dark room. Gymnasium, I'm now okay with picking. That was actually pretty good. Oh, I don't want to use another step. Okay, it's worth it. Because who knows when I get back.
Oh yeah, I remember this now.
Coat and coast.
Coat and coast, indeed. All right, let's grab this. Not a great one for my collection, but probably good enough. And it's not very clear in the shrunken form. Deselect the thing. There we go. Coming together slowly but surely. Oh, we're not going to get this one because this is the courtyard. I don't think the courtyard has the images on it unless they're like tucked away in a corner.
Yeah, that one was easy.
No, I don't.
No. There's just a shovel sitting here. Fantastic. Nothing of interest. How lame. Alright. We got the key card door. This should be no more key card, right? Or is it stop key cards from operating? 1 second.
Okay, so I've actually found the metal detector, I recall. Okay, so I think the courtyard just has a decent chance of having the shoveler metal detector. Maybe some others. But definitely those two. It's good to keep in mind. Gotta keep track of these ones that don't show up on the little thumbnails for the rooms. Because knowing the courtyard has a chance for a special item, and seemingly a good chance for a special item.
And a back.
It's good for sometimes making a choice.
Interesting. Wait.
Okay, hold on. So the lights are off. I'm forgetting now. Is this it's like special background? Is this the archived floor plan or is this the key card door? When I disable the key card doors, I think that's why the lights are off now. Does it let me actually open these doors without the key card? There's still some questions here. I was kind of thinking maybe the rarity would help kind of balance out the archive floor plan a bit. You know, you can know if it's a high or low rarity. But I don't know if that's actually the case. Without the key card doors, I need to pay more attention to the combinations of these things.
I didn't realize this because this is the first time I've had archive past this point. I initially assumed it was like the dark room and only applied when you're in the archives. But it affects everything from this point forward. That sucks. I gotta go with the redraw. I was about to go with this one, but I think it's good to redraw. I want more connections because I'm about to get locked out. Oh, gymnasium's a safe pick, actually. Dining room is not bad either, actually. Because we're about to hit rank 8.
I forgot to
Okay, well.
throw that away. Put that away.
Gymnasium can go up.
Oops.
We go left. I think I'm actually leaning toward going left. So I can keep kind of filling out this area. There's no reason to rush to the top. The dining room, and then one of these two spots will have to connect up, and then we'll be able to come back to the dining room for more steps. The courtyard does not have paintings, so so not every room can be used to tell you. There is a dirt spot here. Is that always there?
Okay,
Oh, the
so
mailroom.
that metal background is
Package will
the
be delivered here the day
security
after
door.
drafting's room. Okay. Would this be the third time I draft the mail room? So does this happen like every other time you draft it?
Does that mean the security door kind of has a positive in that it can help balance out things like the archive by getting a hint at the rarity? Maybe.
Possibly. I need gems, man. I need gems. And I have to connect to the chapel. And I don't want to risk it. I've got one more redraw. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible. I don't like that the third door in these is a dead end. That's unfortunate. I think I want to grab the conference room. It's a good room. And there's a note in there that I never got to read previously, so I would like to do that. So let's do that. Okay, we've got...
The images I have for these ones are okay, actually. I won't grab new ones.
Is this a lamp of some sort? It's a very funny looking lamp if it is. Tiger? See, here's the problem. It's like, what if it depicts something that I just don't recognize? What am I supposed to do in that case? Yeah, I can look it up somehow and what the heck what this thing is in general. I don't want to look up something specific to the game. Knowledge that should be general knowledge is fair game. It's supposed to be tail. Only if that was like something that rhymed with tail, like a flail or could this be one of those things for serving food? Like a tiered food thing. I don't know what those are called. I'll have to look that up.
Still surprises
we
me
have
that
2 notes here. Safe code.
those don't have some sort of unique name.
Oh, is
They're
this
just a
handwritten?
tiered plate.
It does not look handwritten. But it's a little rough. Like, okay, it's worth a try. There's no reason not to try it. Let me find. I need a couple things. Which room is this? Is it the conference room? Conference room. Let me write down. Let me write down what this note says. Oops. Okay, red note says the safe code 9083. Okay, I should write this down. I have a separate section for the safes themselves. I'm gonna write down what codes to try here. Try 983. We know of 2 safes, and we know of a combination lock. This does not say combination lock, but I will try like I'll have to try like every number. Oh, I don't have a section here for the orchard padlock. Why do I not have that here? I think I have the orchard thing in a separate section. Okay. I think I'm good on my notes here. Let's read this. Reminder: after meeting adjourns, take all conference notes and place them in the office safe. Okay. This code might just actually be for the office safe. Which I didn't know there was an office safe, because I have not seen the office yet. So likely the office safe is what this is for, if it's not lying. Why would you put the code right next to that? That's suspicious and not very secure. Writing items, yes. Okay. So I'm gonna go back to the dark room because I turned on the dark room.
It was my first time through the chapel. I don't have the images for this grid spot, and there are no images there. Oh, here we go. This is another one. Coat and cot. I remember that. I think that is okay. They're gonna stand out with their red tint on this grid here. Cot. Oop. A. Let's make sure I got the right letters. Wouldn't be surprised if I put a wrong letter somewhere. Should be obvious if I get it wrong, and I've got all the references to figure out what the right one is if I do get it wrong.
We get to see this one. Is cot the right word? Cotton coat, I think is what this will be. Don't have the magnifying glass, unfortunately. Do we get an item? We get a key. I'll take that. It's the guest bedroom. Okay, well. That's all good. Okay.
Hold on, wait a minute. Did I didn't I don't think I checked the picture in the guest bedroom yet. Oh, okay, I messed up. This is the chapel square. Glad I caught that. Would have been obvious eventually anyway, so. Okay.
It's the guest bedroom.
I think I checked the guest bedroom at the end,
Okay, well,
maybe. Or right here.
that's all good. Okay, I think we're
No, I think
ready
I
to
do
go in
it
here.
on my last backtrack.
Let's head all the way back. Oh my goodness. We only have the dining room to expand from.
Oh, that one. This was. I don't have these ones yet. Oh no, yeah, I do. I just have kind of crappy ones. These like they were tilted at an angle. It's fine. It's good enough. I can tell what it is.
We've got a mug or beer and paint, or brush or bucket. Or lid. Or this could be pint and paint. Probably pint and paint. This is that grid. This is the dining room, right? It has dining room, and it has a yellow pawn. I already have that written down. Okay. Let's head out. Oh, we could try the safe combo here. And we get up to the 8th rank, we come back and get more steps. This is really the only option I have here anyway. No more redraws. No gems. So, no choice.
I already have these ones. Time and tie.
Does this room sometimes have stuff laying around? Okay, but we got clock and tie. Well, that doesn't work, so I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Okay, this is likely to not work, but let's try anyway. Okay. The nursery, once again. Poor nursery, I'm so sorry. The gymnasium should be turned off. Okay, let's reach rig. Yep, I think that's the dinner belt. The car keys. Car keys can be found in the gymnasium. I think that, like I said, I don't think I really need to be writing down every possible place that I could be finding these. It might affect my decisions later. You know, I might choose, if I'm looking for something, I might choose a room that I know I found it in before.
Here's an easy one. Oh, which way did I go? I went up. I think. Yeah, it was diagonal. Uh, diagonal from the end. I remember seeing that. I wonder if this picture with the bat could end up being used with the forest or the trees in a different room. So this will be the letter A, or O, I mean. That O looks really crooked in this font, doesn't it? Like this corner is more pointy than this corner. Am I crazy?
Bat and boat. Yeah, that works. Anything else laying on the ground? It's possible, huh? All right, let's go grab dinner before proceeding. Country stew pie. Boiled chicken stew layered and then baked to perfection, topped with a mashed potato Parmesan cheese crust. Sounds really good. Plus
Wait,
an
hold
additional
on. What?
with a mashed and then baked chicken stew layered.
I said chicken. It definitely does not say chicken there.
Sounds good. Plus an additional
Oops.
10 steps if you have a boiler room. I do not. But let's go ahead, do it anyway. Back up to 30. So not too bad. So what am I going to run out of first, I wonder? Keys or steps? Let's go west. Oh, lockpick. I think I want the west wing. Give us more options. All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah, this one. It was this one and the chart, right? I don't suppose it could be related to the pattern that's on the box. I don't really know what the pattern is of, though. Well, what about crate? That's a good word, crate. 'Cause it's got rate in it. Also, is there anything else any other letters I can pull out? Not really.
Box, I guess. Is it that's a chart?
Another word could be used with this chart. uh, paper. Graph. Bar. It's got both a bar and a line. It can't just be box because the only options are either bow or ox. Um, assuming this left one is the long word. What about cube? I feel like cube is too generic of a term for this. And I don't think that there's not going to be a sub word out of that one. I think crate is tempting. What can I do with crate that I haven't thought of? Rate almost works. I feel like the word rate can, some meanings of the word rate can kind of be related to the chart, but I feel like that's too much of a stretch. Okay, that's if we remove the C from crate. If we remove the R from crate, we get not a word. Kate. Okay. We can't remove the A. What if you remove the T? Cray? No. Then if we remove the E, I guess we get Krat. None of these work. Shoot, this one's tough. I might need hints from surrounding letters. Okay, well, thinking about the chart again. I feel like it's not going to be chart because I'd have to add a letter to chart. What was the other chart one paired with cart? That's right. I guess is there some letter you could add to chart anywhere in it? Probably is, but I'm struggling to think of one other than, just making it plural. But, what else? What is the thing that it's on called? It's not an easel, right? Like I think that's used for like art. I don't know if it's the same term. But how do you even spell that? Oh yeah, that's well. Yeah, a self-supporting wooden frame for holding an artist's work. Okay, yeah. See, that's the definition is specific to art, but I guess it is kind of the same thing. Uh, so if it was easel, is there a letter we could add to easel? Could make it weasel, but that's not it. If I add the letter T to the front of easel, I get. It's tassel, right? A tall, prickly Eurasian plant with spiny purple flower heads. No way. Is it actually? That's the pattern on the side of the box? I was struggling for the word, but I guess it's tassel. Is that actually how it's pronounced? Hold on, let me double check. I have it muted here. Let me see.
Teasel.
Teasel. Oh, teasel is different from. Well, I was thinking tassel. That is a different thing. Words, man. Okay. I kind of stumbled into this thinking of like the wrong word, but I guess somehow arriving at the right word. Okay, that's got to be it. Not a good picture of it, and why put it on a box? The box is probably used somewhere else, and they're just kind of. This is just kind of a cheap way to get two words out of a single image. All right, this is my best guess for now. I'm only like 95% sure on this one. I think there's a chance I could be wrong, but it works. I think. I mean, both of the words seem to work. So we'll find out later. DO is at least a good pair of letters. Oh, well, I can just minimize it and it takes it off of the. That might be a little easier. Well, no, I like to have it open and look at it sometimes, even when I got the thing playing. So I'll just hide it in OBS. Okay, this doesn't work. Mm. Is this a specific kind of box? I think I've seen this pattern elsewhere. Let's explore south. Okay, well, I just want to say that is a perfect example of like what are you supposed to do when you encounter something that you just don't know? I guess just do what I did and somehow guess it using a dictionary that I could just type words into to help. Let me just read the rest of that definition because I only read part of it. Oh, I guess I read the main part. Just a prickly Eurasian plant. Okay.
Here's a question: will the garage be north? I don't know if I can get the garage coming from the north. I'm gonna try here to see if it's the garage. Oh, thank goodness we got that. Ooh, this could be the garage. Okay, man, archive floor plan sucks.
Probably should have just taken maid chambers. I don't remember what I get here.
Or nursery, man. Yeah, I think this is a bad one, but I also want it. Or do I gamble for the garage? I think I have to gamble for the garage because I have the car keys. And because I don't know for a fact that I can get the garage when going south. Dang.
Oh yeah, the
But we got a
mailroom.
mailroom. I don't hate it.
I need to note down on my mailroom section that I now have outstanding mail, just so I recall. Cause I think starting next time, when I'm choosing rooms, I need to like pull up my notes for each room, so I don't forget things like this. So when I pull up the mailroom, I'll read this, say, "Oh yeah, I have a mail order pending." Although I'm likely to remember something like that, but just in case. Okay, I've got a note that mail is pending. Orders placed. Uh, okay, we got a. This one was relatively easy, right? Chief and chef, I remember. Whoa, did that sound come across? I don't think it did. My Windows notification sound went off. Looks like maybe it wasn't picked up. Uh, okay.
Chief maybe. Chief.
Why do I have caps? Okay. Uh, oh, this is one of those words I always struggle with. Can never remember the order of the letters here. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Was this one of the words where the I before E rule works? Right? I before E, yeah. But there's so many exceptions to stupid rules like that that remembering those rules doesn't always help very much. Uh, I. Uh, not a great font for the letter I when it's a standalone letter. Just to be clear.
And chef. Oh, this is the one I want the magnifying glass glass for.
I need to make a note of that too. I don't think I did. Did I? Oh no, I did. Yeah, I did. We're good.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we've got a reason to draw the mailroom again, so we'll just have to grab a magnifying glass. Where was the? Oh yeah, electronic mail. So we need the office for that. All right. We've got mail on the way. Oh, this is something I've missed. June 15th, 1983. Out of respect for the late lady Clara. Oh, we've got a first name. I think that's the first time that's been mentioned. Clara Epson. The West Wing will be closed until further notice. While the floor plans associated with this wing have not been removed from the pool, we ask the staff members refrain from drawing them during this period of mourning. Likewise, any May draft. Okay, but that was in 1983, so I think that's been passed. The pool or the nursery. Neither option is an option, so we have to gamble on whatever the heck this will be. The bunk room. I'm not happy it's a dead end, but it is what it is, I guess. Yeah. Okay, I just had a thought. Some pairs of paintings might have overlapping like possibilities, like two different sets.
Oh, hey, it is actually Pine and Spine, like I thought of earlier.
Sets of pairs could produce the same letter. So even within a single grid square, you could have different sets of paintings as long as it produced the correct letter.
That's not a good one. Let me try that again. This is a little crooked, but it's easy enough to tell what it is.
Okay, well here we got a.
I might go up and better view of it. Nah, it's fine. It's good enough. Spine and pine. This looks like it's spelling out small. So this is a space. Or not. No, this is a space. Okay, I was scrolled down. So never mind. No, this will be either a space or just ignore it and stick the other side together. Okay, but this looks like it's going to spell out small, huh? I've been kind of just avoiding looking at the overall letters for now since it's not going to matter too much yet.
Spine and a tree. Oh, pine. It's a pine tree. Spine.
Oh, I
and
did.
pine. So
I
what was
did
the other
figure it
one?
out. I had forgotten I
It
figured
was
that
the
out.
hand with the match. Is there something else that goes with pine? I don't know. I'll think about it later. 2 bananas. Holy smokes. Okay. Oh, hi. We already read this. I don't think there's any reason to see this with a magnifying glass. Yeah. Yeah, pine and spine right here. Okay. The Great Hall. I'll take it. Surely my lockpick can at least get me out of the room. I think I just have to try lockpick on everything. I don't know. Does it matter what order I try things with a lockpick? How does the RNG work? Alright. I'm gonna try lockpick on each one. Ah, the useless one. Oh, nice.
Maybe the useless
Oh, we got the
door
workshop.
you
I
can
do
always
wanna
unlock.
try the workshop out.
No, I don't know if that's
And
true.
It's not a dead end, so I'll take that. Not that I have any items. I have a few items. Probably not anything I can combine. Cannot lockpick. No. No.
Okay, now, because one of
Well,
those other doors should be useless if the lockpick didn't work
alright,
on it,
at
so
least
I
I
don't
got
think
out
that
with the lockpick.
matters.
Got a lot of steps. So I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
worry
there's
about
some
backtracking
interesting
a little
stuff
bit
here, including
So
this
I'm gonna go in here
sheet.
before
Hold on. I want to get a look at that stone. Take a
before
picture
I
of
can
that.
unlock any.
This has got to be something. Whatever. Okay, where's my section here? Okay.
Other doors. What is this N? Oh, let's look at.
I need to actually write this down in a separate section. Because this is like a kind of a looks like a puzzle that needs to be figured out. Do just call it a stone letter, carved letter, chiseled. Okay, then we got images here. I'll go ahead and take this one to the crow. Skip one for the Great Hall. Goes over there. Let's see if I get a better view of the
Pictures,
crown.
crow and crown. Think so.
Right. Uh-oh, I probably don't get a better look at it, do I?
The music. So.
All right, well, we'll take that for now. Not good, but it's recognizable.
Think so. Right here. The music sheet.
Okay, now this is an interesting one. Comes across like a riddle. I might try playing this just to see if the way it sounds is anything. There could be clues in the note letters. Unlikely, though. Word message is bolded. Is that related to the bold that's mentioned here? The in the message or the lyrics? Yeah, this one's gonna need some extra thought or other clues, I think.
Stones cut by hand and letters wrought. Do spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is of 10 lost. Among the bold, words spoken soft, the note is read, the letter is not. Okay, I was gonna say, is this like a riddle or something? And then okay, here's a stone that's been, stones cut by hand and letters rot. So, yeah. They spell our secrets carved from thought, a message read, it is of 10 lost. Among the bold words spoken soft, the note is read, the letter is not.
Yeah, it's like the first half it makes sense. It seems related to the carved letter. The second half
A
I'm
large
less sure
battery
about.
pack provides juice to battery-powered contraptions. What kind of contraptions can I make? What are they gonna
So
do?
it makes it sound like there's 10 other stones
Okay,
or
we've got
9
an
other
N
stones.
here. Are there any other? Oh, I think this is where I combine them.
I don't know. Maybe it's just kind
We
of
have
saying that
here. Oh, this looks like
you can put together the letters for a
the
message or something.
parlor box puzzle. The true box does not always contain the prize.
Maybe there's a music sheet with each
Okay,
of them. This is number 8 out of 10.
is that not obvious? Okay, I mean maybe to someone who's not familiar with that type of puzzle. Combine inventory to create new items. Shovel can be combined with the battery pack. What is that going to do? Does it have to be combined with something else? Oh, okay. I think this is like a 3-part combination, and I don't have what I need. Okay, well that's interesting. We got an N. There's an 8 here. Among the bold words spoken soft, the note is red. Letter is not. I don't get it. I doubt they'd hide anything in the music itself, right? I am familiar with reading music, but yeah, I'd be surprised if they required that for this sort of thing. A message read is of 10 lost. Hold on. Is this suggesting there are other letters carved in stone around the estate?
Okay, hold on. Think about this a little bit more. If what I said is true, that there's maybe multiple sheets or notes associated with maybe other missing letters, perhaps those also come with different bolded words. And this is saying that the bolded words are the message, not the letters themselves. Could be something like that.
It is suggesting there's 10 others, maybe? Okay, and also these like lines are suspicious. Are these like words that are missing? I wasn't interpreting it that way initially, so I'm not sure.
They don't seem like words are missing, but I'm not really
Okay,
sure
I have
what's
to keep
going
an eye
on
out
with them.
for maybe anything else that looks like this. All right, we've got one choice. I've got one key. Our lockpick worked. The drawing room. That's not bad. If only I had gems. Um, maybe I should have used the key in the Great Hall, but it's kind of a hindsight thing. All right, what you got for me? That's a joke. A cruel joke.
It's really funny. Yes, this one. Okay. This one is right here. This is the blueprint with the letter T. Which you cannot see when I shrink it down. And I changed the color to, I think, that one. It is the same gray, right? Yeah, I think I chose that lighter gray. Okay.
Here we've got, oh, okay. So we've seen this once before. It was, I think, the letter E, I want to say, in an observatory when I had it, I think, down here. Plant? Flower? Now, I wonder if this is just telling you straight up what the letter is. Because it is in the proper spot. Hmm. Could be.
Oh, you know, he did. There was the note that said he wasn't sure if he could get them all done in time. Maybe these ones were not finished, and that's just how they got left as.
Nothing else. All right. Well, we've got one key.
Uh, it could also be the words plant and plan to give us a letter T. Wait, let me look at the other one real quick. That one was E with plane. Plan and plane. No way. Okay, I think that's interesting. So I might be right that not all of the images were complete. These were sort of placeholders. Um, he only got one of the pairs or one of the two out of the pair. That's very interesting. Okay. I'm now no longer uncertain, I think. Certain enough that I will just change their color back to white. That
To work with in like 5 doors. Yeah, let's just go pick a door, I guess. So there's no sense trying to get into the antechamber right now. Because I assume it would just be locked. Probably this is how we would get over. There's this one. Like sometimes the side door loops over. It might be that sometimes the middle door actually does just connect right through. I'm feeling this one. Too difficult to pick. Okay. Hmm. All right, well, I think we're done, aren't we? Is there anything else I missed?
Are there any rooms here?
I've still got 23 steps. I don't think that's
Hold on. I want to figure out which rooms I'm missing right now. So, out of the top ones, we've got just the Great Hall missing, but that's okay. Then the next row we've got all of those. Then we've got this 2x3 grid in the center here. But the courtyard is this one, and we don't have images there, so that's okay. This one is from the previous run. Unfortunately, I still need better images for those. And then this row, this one's the chapel, so nothing there. The guest bedroom, I'm pretty sure I walk in and check that one here on the way back, so we'll try and grab that. This row is all good. This row, why did I not have the east wing? I think I did not stop at the images, so this is one to look out for. And the den right here. Right here. The spare room is the spare room. Nothing we can do there. So there's three more rooms that I need to watch out for on the way back.
enough for what I want to do. But that's okay. These later, I want to go check paintings. These later ones are harder to get to, so I got a bunch from this run. That's good. I discovered that here in the study, so pretty much anything around this level and down I need to check. But I won't be able to check everything with the amount of steps I have, I think. So that's okay, because the lower levels are easy to get later. So let's go back. All right, from here, could actually go back to the chapel. So I've looked at all of these. So we should go back to the chapel. We can go check the guest room and all these over here. There's probably not one of the terrace. I doubt there's one in the passageway. I have to go through the passageway anyway. So I should go check the guest room, and then come down here and check as many of these as I can. I might have enough steps for all of that. If we have enough, we can come draw over here. Okay, well, anyway, first step is to go to the chapel. I don't think I saw what the chapel had. Let's actually not go the wrong way. Yeah. There's no other paintings here. Okay, so this one's going to have to remain a mystery. Alright, dark room. Already got the one for this grid spot. Here we've got
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Card and car. One advantage of having this run is I know where I'm at. Very obvious. Okay.
Is it going to be the same face or is it car? No, it's card and car. Definitely. I hope they didn't make it so that someone could end up like accidentally picking the wrong word or pair of words and getting a different letter than what they expect. That sort of thing is part of what makes word games troublesome. I guess let's stop at the parlor.
I already have this one. Yeah.
Road? Hmm. Okay, well, I mean, okay, the hand with the card does confirm that that multiple words can be associated with the same image. You just got to find the right word that works for the image pair for that particular room. So, what do we have here? We've got a road that has trees. We got a
Most of them are
fishing
pretty
boat,
straightforward, thankfully. You just kind of pick
fishing
the most
line,
obvious word, and it works for almost all of them.
uh, pole, fishing pole.
Do I say fishing rod?
All right, that's
Rod?
not obvious.
Yeah, I
So
don't think
we're gonna
rod
get that one.
occurred to me there. Fishing rod is the more obvious word, though.
And sometimes when I start thinking about these things, your mind kind of gets stuck, and it's hard to think of new options. So coming back to them later will help. I don't know if there's actually going to be anything in this room, so I want to go. I would rather go through the. Yeah, let's just go. There's not really any good path through here.
Okay, this one should be down here. Grab the stair from here as well. This is an interesting one, I guess, because normally you say stairs. Stairs is almost always used in the plural. I think so is stars, but it works in either case here since the S just kind of cancels out. I'll choose the shorter one. Actually, I mean, I think stairs and stars is technically more accurate here, but it doesn't matter. We've got the I here. I'm gonna change the font again on the I. Just to make it obvious.
Stair. Also with stars and stairs. Doesn't matter. So that one's straightforward. Let's check the Nook and storeroom.
I already have those.
Oh, so this is the first time I'm getting this sort of confirmation. This is where I had that observatory where I saw this blueprint with E. And here we've got a plane with birds. I'm going to guess that this is just E here. And it's in a mirrored position to the T.
You know what? I wonder if these two blueprint ones, they could also be here to help as an extra clue if someone was still stuck on it, potentially.
I notice. Rotationally mirrored there. So we got sand and this desert and dessert. That one was slightly obvious. All right. Let's go through the pantry. I've got 6 steps left. There we go. A crowbar.
I feel like this one was
Hands
kind of tough.
appear to be in prayer, maybe.
I really only got it with the clue of expecting the letter.
Could just be bar. And what? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's like a necklace or beads or a bracelet. Could also be related to that. Oh, did I already cross the threshold? Okay. To make sure I'm going where I want to go. I guess this is fine. Already got the face and the ace. Don't see any paintings in there.
I should grab these actually, just to be complete. Especially if there's more that I need to do with these later.
Pin and pine. I think that's what that one would be.
Almost forgot. Wait, no, hold on. No, I have this one already. It's the next room that I need.
Bath and bat works. I feel sorry for people playing a different language on this, right? Or if they're not as familiar with English. I mean, I guess they would struggle with UI and other stuff, unless this game's been localized somehow, and the UI is easy enough to localize. But this sort of puzzle, that's a lot harder to. There's no way you'd localize that to like every language, right? I mean, maybe, but that would be no, because then the solution would also has to.
Cart and cars, an easy one. Yeah, I kind of suspect they did not. I would assume they just left it as English, at least for the puzzles. It's just how it's got to be. Could be wrong, but that would be my guess. We're gonna have this pretty filled out after this.
To be in English. Car and cart. That's my guess on that one. We have paintings in the locksmith room. We do. Tag and stag. Call it a day. The last step got me the last one there. Okay. That's a lot of info I have to review. 3 hours is how long I've been going. I did not intend to do that long today. Good timing on the stop, actually. 12 dead end rooms. Grand Manor of the Dead. Wow, what a run. Learned so much. That footage is probably going to keep me busy for the next couple days, actually reviewing and taking all those notes and
Literally
figuring all
did.
that
Yep.
out. Yeah, I probably will not review old footage for the paintings. I don't think that's necessary. I got so many this run. Almost
Wild
every
footage I
room
meant before
that I
days
uncovered,
7
I
and
got
8.
the paintings for.
Okay, hold on. I just looked over. My other monitor has the music sheet with the letter 8 on the top of it. Is it just coincidence that that was the number, the day number? The music sheet had 8 on day 8. Okay, I'll keep that in mind in case. Might just be coincidence. Most likely coincidence, but who knows?
There's only a few rooms I didn't step in.
Or it could be the number of items found. There's also an 8 there. Oh, jeez.
So we can just uncover those last ones as we progress normally. And I don't even have these in other runs anyway. So
I think the battery counts as an item, and I saw the
Wow.
music sheet before I grabbed the
Very
battery.
productive
There's no way it's related to the number of items. The only, even though it was in the workshop, which is related to items. Okay. Done. You know, rather than doing these, recording these review sessions, I probably should have just started doing the images during the session. I mean, I was gonna review the footage anyway, but it might have been a little nicer not to add an extra 3 hours to the recordings. All right, so what do we have? We've got like 3 rows figured out. I'm guessing that's an L. We got crack and safes. This is likely a G for 8. Crack 8 safes. There aren't 8 safes that I know of. I'm just gonna go ahead and do else. What else do we have? What can this word be? Are all of these 5-letter words? Except for the top one. What letter can go here? Dates. This lines up with here. Are all the safe codes dates? Eight dates crack 8 safes? It seems likely. What about the other ones? Not enough to go on the other ones. This, maybe it's possible to guess what this one is. What can come before NT? That fits here. Nothing seems to work. It might be multiple words split up over the lines. I've like tried every word. I'm like looking at my keyboard to make sure I'm not missing letters. Did I say words? Yeah, this one's not clicking. Though I am trying to visualize the word, and that's sometimes not always easy to kind of understand the word as I visualize it. Okay, anyway, good enough. Yeah, okay, I put those ones on a separate layer. Okay, cool. That'll do it for today. Tomorrow we'll do day 9.